wrote this story because of a series of incidents that happened in my life. Little snippets that I basically had pieced together that I thought would create a great story. And when we got involved in this theater of war with Iraq and Afghanistan, I took a seat and I listened to what people had to say, besides the media, but what people were saying in our country, and also going back and looking at news footage and looking at what other people were saying.
When I heard about the movie, I got a copy of the script. I'll be honest with you, based on what I read, I find it to be a movie that, because of the message you want to get out to everybody is, we're all the same. You know, whether we're a Muslim, we're Christians, we're Jewish.
I think it's really brave that Jimmy brought this Iraqi family to live next door to the American family, and they've both had the same loss, but they don't know it at first. Because it's the face of the enemy, but really we're all the same.
There was one day I was up in New Hampshire, and I was eating in this little diner, this little breakfast place. And I looked up, and there was a picture of a 19-year-old boy who was killed in action. So, to this day, it still affects me that a 19-year-old boy gave his life up for me.
Regardless of what your political views are, regardless of whether or not you think we belong somewhere or not, these soldiers are there doing their duty, and they're serving their country honorably. And they're doing the very best they can, and they will continue to give their life and limb for their country. And that's why I'm so humbled by it.
When I was stationed in Iraq, some of the people wanted us there. Some people didn't. Some people wanted the freedom. They wanted to be more like Americans. Some chose to just want to live their lifestyle the way it was, or wanted to go back to the way it was before we ever even showed up.
When I first got home, you first get home, you're on an incredible high. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, when you get home, it's as if you're floating on air when you first get home. I mean, I got to see my wife and my girls and my family, and the only thing you're thinking about when you first get home is, I just want to spend time with them. I don't want to do anything. I mean, I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to I just wanted to soak them all in.
The movie really, it really made me think about what we all have in common. And unfortunately, in this case, it would be grief.
When I sat down with Rodney, and he came back from Iraq, and he told me some stories, and I came back to him and I said, Rodney, the reason why you're alive is you are here to tell your story. Let me help you tell that story. That is why we're making this film. People need to know.